viewers. Hold on.
I see 15.
These guys are always late as usual. Ha!
Are we live?
I think we're just going live right now. I don't know if it's going to have me press the other button. No, we're live right now. Here we go.
Did they hear that?
I don't know. I was laughing at Talia Bella's comment that we're late as usual. But we have a very cool episode for you guys today. We're going to teach you how to make your first $1,000 on Kindle Publishing in 2020 the easy way. We've done another episode on how to make money on Kindle Publishing. But I think this one we're going to do some niche research live, get some content ideas live, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
yeah. And listen, Talia, we're late because you guys are late. People start coming in 30 minutes after we start the show. So, we're trying to strike a balance. So, if we're late, don't worry about it. But in any event, before we start, I'm going to announce again, our dropshipping course is on sale. buildassetsonline.com/asset. Until the end of this month, you can save $500, get a free month of the Elite Fleet, get our ads troubleshooting module. What else is there, Joe?
It's basically everything you need to make a successful dropshipping. So there's no getting around it anymore.
There's no more excuse. Our course, we strongly think, is the best. We have content that no one else puts out in terms of going in deep, actually seeing how we make changes, our literal strategies. It's not just how to set up the store. It's our literal strategies for adjusting things, for troubleshooting, all that. So buildassetsonline.com/asset. Use coupon code SourCherry. You have about 5 or 6 days left. Get on that.
Yeah. So let's get right into the Kindle research, guys. If you guys are watching this first episode about Kindle, we like to publish romance books. That's how we make the most of our money on Kindle nowadays because of how automated and how easy it is. And so if you want to learn more about that, go to buildassetsonline.com/Kindle. But in today's episode, we're going to focus on really, really easy ways that you can just start making money like almost like tomorrow or the next day or maybe in a week without having to get a whole book written. We're talking about stuff you could do yourself to make your first $1,000 fast. That's the whole point of this episode. And as a matter of fact, this is how we started doing Kindle publishing and publishing on Amazon in general. Was I started with doing coloring books. Mike put out Sudoku books, all sorts of other things, word searches. So there's all sorts of opportunities with Kindle publishing. And, I haven't done this research in a long time, but we're going to get really deep into it today. So I'm excited. So you can see my screen, Mike. Everything's all good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go into the Kindle store. And let's just type in journal. Let's see. Well, actually, sorry, I don't want to be in the Kindle store. I want to actually look in paperback.
Why not? Oh, you want to be in books?
Well, no, let's start with Kindle. So we're not gonna be able to find like coloring books and stuff, but let's see what we can find within Kindle itself. So journal with purpose. I just typed in journal. This is the Kindle edition, and of course there's a paperback. So I have never seen this before, but let's take a look at like what's inside the book and see if this is something that, hey, maybe one of you out there can make easily or hire someone to make easily.
I think this is a book about how to journal.
Well, yeah, but it's packed with over 1,000 motifs that you can use to decorate and enhance your bullet or dot journal pages. So it might be just like inspirational things about that. And I could be
pictures.
What's that?
It's a picture book selling for $12. Let's see what we got.
Is it going to load or what?
I don't know.
It's not loading. Oh, wait. No. Here we go. Well, I don't know why there's all these blank pages, but let's see if we can go to the reviews and see if we can get some pictures in there. Okay, here we go. Let's look at some of these. Journaling with purpose. So this is kind of what the book looks like on the inside. And so arts and crafts. So she teaches you how to do little doodles here, which is cool. So the exercise is it has 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you make this little ball of yarn. So just looking at this first, this looks like this might be a little teach you how to draw a dream catcher. That's actually pretty cool.
I'd say this is cool, but this is probably out of the scope of what you would want to do.
I think it's. I think it's within the scope, but I think it's a little bit more advanced.
Yeah. So this you need to like hire someone who knows how to draw stuff, and it's almost like a drawing tutorial book.
Yeah.
So,
but it's so cool and simple, and I think, I could be wrong. I think it's possible that this is what was printed in the book, and then this is what the person drew, maybe. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think it could be right.
But either way,
so let's go to the categories here.
Yeah, for sure. Journaling or calligraphy guides, calligraphy and graphic design. What are you thinking?
So let's go to journaling. I think doing the calligraphy stuff. I mean, you know what? Let's take a look at calligraphy. I just want to see what's going on there. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, I do apologize. This is definitely a more visual episode, so you might want to tune in on YouTube as well. But we'll try and summarize what we're looking at here. So, if you're not familiar with calligraphy, it's just like the script writing style. So,
lettering of alphabets and artwork, inspiring ideas and techniques for 60 hand lettering styles. That was the first one that jumped out to me on that page. That looked like
this is just a book of letters.
Yeah, that's why I clicked it. I just want to see a couple.
See if we can look inside.
Okay, so the table of contents. We're talking about sans serif alphabets, serif alphabets. Those are just different types of fonts. Sans serif, sans means like no, and then serif is like the little feet. So with sans serif, it doesn't have the little feet on it. Serif alphabets is with the feet, and then there's script, obviously. So let's get into it. Interesting. So I guess this has Pineapple Tower. Again, this looks a little bit advanced, but
let's get out of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, in any event, if you have some sort of like special skill like this, then it's pretty easy to just take what you know and throw it into a book. Even if that book doesn't blow up and become a huge success, it's an example of a way that you can just translate your knowledge currently into something that makes you money.
Yeah.
And once it's up, books like this, they continue to make money over time a lot more consistently than, say, a romance book without doing any work. Romance and fiction is about the continuous creation of content, and the content you've already put out fuels kind of your earnings and your customer journey, if you will. But these will kind of just earn steadily without much promotion.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just clicking into books right here. I just click the paperback version to see where it's ranked in books, and it's ranked 219. I can't say numbers. Jesus, 2,119. Am I saying what's
219,000?
219,000 in books. So there's probably like one or two of these selling per day, if I had to guess, based on past experience. But again, it's nothing to sneeze at. This book is probably a little bit difficult to put out, but so let's find a little more. But we're on the right path here. Compared to the types of romance books that we like to do, this is obviously very keyword driven. Lettering alphabets and artwork, inspiring ideas and techniques for 60 hand lettering styles. This is something that someone would type into Amazon, these keywords. So you're going to capture however many searches are coming in per month for keywords like this. Those are just potential buyers you can capture if you just put a book like this up. And it only has 29 reviews. The author seems like relatively unknown. Doesn't even have an author page. Let's see if he's.
When was it put out, Joe?
April 2019.
Okay, so it's been over a year.
Yeah, and this author only has like 2 books. Okay. So, you don't have to be a famous author to put out a book like this. And like I said, this is at least selling 2 copies a day. It's probably making a good $5 or $10 per day, I would guess, from this book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's move on. I want to find something that we could actually.
Yeah. This is part of the process. I mean, people don't. We're doing this live, so if you're watching this, realize that we're going through the process that we might go through if we were gonna put out books like this.
Yeah, but people are gonna say, Oh, Kindle's so hard. It's been 10 minutes and Mike and Joe still haven't found a niche.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we're in calligraphy right now.
I think
Let's get out of that.
yeah, let's type it. You want to just type something in? You want to let's type
I
in
no, well, no. So, um, let's go through the categories right now.
Okay. Cool.
So, well, let's see what there is here. This is more artsy. Um, so I think let's back out. Like, click arts and photography so we can back out of that and see what else we wind up in. Okay, so we're still in arts and photography here.
Yeah.
Let's go to the categories. Kindle ebooks. Okay. So what do we got?
What are you thinking about crafts, hobbies, and home?
Sure.
Okay.
Dog books. So what we're looking for now is
Well,
some like
what is this? Like this, I mean, this isn't something that we would put out, but I'm just going off of the title. I want to see if this is okay.
okay, 57 survival foods. How many pages is this? 165. Okay. Damn, 4,000 in the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Do a preview of it.
Oh my God. See, this, I think this is kind of, it looks like, judging by the table of contents, it's just all about bulk foods, like foods to stockpile. Like, this seems like a really easy book to make.
This is literally like a blog post that you
Exactly.
could have written.
Exactly. Mike, so we saw that it was how many pages? 135 pages? How many like pages is that in Kindle?
Well, is it on Kindle Unlimited? I would not have this on Kindle Unlimited.
It is on Kindle Unlimited.
Okay. Um, I don't know. Maybe they make like 50 cents per read through. Actually, I'd have to see that like what the actual Kindle page count is.
I'm saying, do you have a
I
guess?
don't know if you can estimate it off that.
I was just saying, do you have a guesstimate of like how many words this might be? Like we said, it's like a blog post length, but you think this is like 10 or 20,000 words if we had to guess? Obviously, we don't know for sure.
You know what? Let me check quickly. But in any event, I personally, if this was my book, I would not have this on Kindle Unlimited because it just doesn't make sense. People would still buy this book to
Yeah,
have it. People would want to own this book because it's like something you kind of stockpile for later.
exactly.
Kindle Unlimited, like,
It's a book you stockpile about stockpiling.
yeah.
But no, this I was drawn to this book immediately because of how simple, like how it said 57.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and, and I knew, okay, it's like a listicle type thing. Yeah, anything that's a list already has an ease of making to it because it's not open ended anymore. You know?
Honestly, we have people that watch us that have blogs. Like you could take a blog post or a combination of blog posts and do something like this.
Yeah.
Just some sort of listicle thing and put that up. You've already paid for it. You've probably already made your money on it. And just throw it up on there. You cannot put it on Kindle Unlimited if you do that because the content is available elsewhere. But even still, it's something that is you will make sales. You will make sales off that. You can turn it into a paperback. You can turn it into an audiobook.
Whoa. Why did paperback open a new window? I want to see the paperback rank. Wow. 14,000 in books. 14.
Yeah.
This book is probably selling 10 to 30 copies per day.
I mean, if it's ranked 4,000, yeah, 4,000 on Kindle is a decent amount of books. I don't even look at the amount of books that we sell. I'm trying to load up my Kindle report right now so I can like
Yeah.
check out some things and then compare. But
And this gentleman wrote another. This guy is good. He wrote it again. This is not the type of Kindle style that we do, but you could just see This guy,
Might be
Damien,
now.
it might be now. Damien Brindle, 27 critical smartphone apps for survival. It's not as well ranked in the Kindle store, ranked 41,000, but still probably selling a couple copies a day, 8.99. Over 1 million in books. This book probably makes $5 to $10 a day, but still, it's a listicle. It's a gosh darn listicle, and it's making money.
Yeah, I think blogging is dead. It's all about clogging. Kindle blogging.
Yes.
Here for.
So I mean, that's pretty cool. We already have 2 ideas. We weren't even looking for this, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
We're looking for more of. We'll find some easier stuff than this, actually.
yeah, but you know what? This is something that you can easily do if you already have an existing blog. Is repurpose that content because it's most likely going to be in one niche as it is.
Yeah.
So if you put out like 10 books on survival, like 10 listicle things, that can actually work out really well because you're attracting a similar audience. They may want to read other books about survival, just have people read multiple blog posts. So, I know we talk about how the fiction publishing is the best for that. But again, if it's about repurposing and getting cheap content made, then this could be a great route.
Yeah, for sure. So this one, I know you're looking at your Kindle report, Mike. This one caught my eye. Free motion meandering, a beginner's guide to machine quilting. Actually, I don't think this one's going to be good. I thought it was just like a coloring book where you're drawing within lines. So let's get out of this one. Yeah, and so we're back to these type of books. Talk about like minimal investment. Like, if you want to get started in online business, like the same way we got started, from the ground up, like not having a team, not spending a bunch of money, just writing a book like this yourself is doable. And you know what? If you're too lazy to do that, I'm going to say it. If you have no money to invest and you're too lazy to write a book like this, and you're like, oh, it's too hard. Like, oh, it's too hard. I can't do it. Then just give up now. Like, I remember in our early days, like we would have seen this and we would have been like, I would have been writing it already. Or something similar, I would have been taking the concept and putting my own spin on it.
Yeah.
There was no hesitation.
Even like, I'm seeing like a soap making thing.
Yes.
You can do a similar, just, okay. Now I see the niche of soap making. You can make a bunch of books about, 57 herbs you can use for soap making.
Yeah, that smelled good. Okay, that's cool. So let's go back. Let's find some other stuff because we really weren't, like I said, we were not looking for those type of books, but it's interesting that we found that. Bread machine cookbook. Okay. I mean, this is pretty interesting. Like, I have a bread machine, and there, like in the instruction manual, there's actually like 20 recipes. But the thing is, they're all kind of the same. It's just like you're making a rosemary bread. You make the bread and then you put some rosemary in it. So it's like, I mean, you're telling me you can't do a little bit of research online, watch some YouTube videos, and make a bread machine cookbook? This has 7 ratings. This has 7 reviews, and it's ranked 3,000 in the Kindle store. It's not. It is on Kindle Unlimited. Let's see how the paperback is selling. Mike, 71,000 in books. Probably selling a couple copies a day, and probably making good. I forget the ratios, but like $3 or $4 from the paperback. Mike, so for people that are new, haven't watched our Kindle stuff before, can you just give a brief explanation why I went, oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited and it's it's not making as much as if it weren't?
Yeah, so Kindle Unlimited is essentially a program where Amazon customers can sign up and they pay $15 a month, and in exchange, they can read all the books on the Kindle Unlimited program for free. So you get a certain number of books that you could hold in your library. You're essentially borrowing the books, right? So if someone had Kindle Unlimited, they can go and they can read this bread book and then they would get the author of the bread book would get paid based on the amount of pages that were read. And so typically for a shorter book, it's not going to be as effective, simply because it's shorter, right? So you get paid per page read. If someone reading through the entire book, how many pages is this, Joe?
It says 163.
163 pages. So, yeah, I mean, maybe they may get $1 or $2
Yeah.
for this, but that's if everyone reads all the way through. Oftentimes, what we see is if you don't put your books on Kindle Unlimited and they're shorter, then they'll make a lot more money because people are forced to actually buy the book, even if you have it for $2.99 and you make $2 on the book.
Yeah.
So you get 70% royalty.
Yeah. What I actually like about this book right here, it's just like it's bread. You know, I feel like a lot of times when people try and publish nonfiction books, they kind of do like a random assortment of topics. You know, so the crossover in readership is kind of bad. Your crossover in readership for books like this is never going to be as good in fiction publishing the way we do it now. But if you do come with a niche like bread, you know, I could see some reader crossover, you know, where you can make the list, market them your new bread books, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think right now is actually, like, I think this book, when was this published? I have a feeling this shot up because of quarantine, or it was published because of quarantine.
Oh, it was just published actually, June 11th.
Yeah, people are at home, they're making a lot of bread.
Yeah.
So it's an example of you see something trending, making a Kindle book takes a day. So you can go in and you can get to market really, really quick and take advantage of these things.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Joe, I want to get over to these like minimal content.
Yeah, for sure. Should we go back to the categories? Maybe I feel like if I just search, then we can go in the categories and
yeah, just do that.
So let's search
Packet.
packet or Hackett. What'd you
Hack.
say? Okay.
Hack.
And I was thinking about searching word search, but we're not going to find that in Kindle.
Yeah, so just do all categories.
Word search book. Okay. So before I start to click into these, I want you guys to think about word searches for a second. If you're a fan of word searches, listen, I get it. I get so excited talking about this. I feel like whenever we get into it, I'm like ready to go make a word search book. But anyway, if you're a fan of word searches, you're probably not just going to do one word search. You know, you're going to stockpile your word search books. Imagine, especially during now, you're stuck at home. You complete one book. What do I got to do now? I got to get the next word search book. So think about that and how easy it is to make a word search.
Yeah. Every morning you have your cup of coffee, you do a nice word search. Word searches aren't one and done.
Yeah. Yeah. So word search books for adults, extra large print word find. So obviously going big on the keywords here. Oh, and yeah, one thing to point out is that this is a sponsored post here, a sponsored book. This used to not be like that. You used to not be able to advertise. I'm assuming this is from Create. We're not gonna be able to tell if it's from CreateSpace.
Well, if it's not Prime, then it's probably not CreateSpace. Am I right?
Well, it is Amazon Prime. It's just on a delay, I think, because the print on demand is on a delay. I'm willing to bet this is Kindle Publishing paperback, but whatever.
Okay, I would say yes too, because look at the author.
Yeah, this is definitely a Kindle Publishing play. They're on Kindle Publishing paperback, and
it's a total keyword play. There's no brand.
Yeah, it's
the
just.
Author, so for people listening, the author is Large Print Word Search Team.
Yeah. And you know what, Mike? These books were put out in 2018, and we saw that they were being advertised right now. So
yeah,
this person is definitely making money. I don't know how much they're making, but it's definitely a little something.
What are they, 20,000?
20,000 kind of books.
Yeah, so they're dialed in, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a book like this, you can just it's similar to Google advertising, right? If you're showing up, people are going to be consistently searching for word search book
Yeah.
every month, so it can be a pretty stable thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's got 20. Each puzzle has a 20/20 grid. How many word searches are there in here? Did it say?
And you know what's good about this? Like advertising, something like this versus romance. When we do romance, it's harder to track because, for one, you can't calculate a Kindle Unlimited download. It doesn't tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And you also can't really calculate someone signing up. You're signing up to your list and then reading all your books in succession. You'd have to do just like a big overview if you do like an ads campaign, right? So you're going to say, okay, I'm going to spend $20 a day, and then I'm going to do that for a month, and I'm going to analyze my earnings, before ad spend and after ad spend. And all you could look at is, okay, I spent this much. Did I make more?
Yeah.
And so that's really probably the biggest issue with doing romance is the inability to track stuff. And that's just a reason. That's just something you have to deal with by publishing on Amazon. But it's worth it because you get to tap into their customer base. With this, it's really it's like doing FBA advertising, right? FBA, if someone's looking for a whisk, you show up every time someone's looking for a whisk, and you can track that pretty easily. So this is the same without inventory.
Yeah, exactly. Without inventory is the key, or with unlimited inventory. Brian says, looking at the sales estimate on the books you're reviewing and the sales estimates on Jungle Scout are definitely inflated. I mean,
Maybe they're not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we could be wrong. I mean, the sales rank is just a moment in time, and we're just guessing based on our past experience. We know that the books are selling, when we're pointing that out, but we don't know exactly. A tool might be a little bit better for that.
Especially if it's on Kindle Unlimited, because that affects rankings too.
Yeah, exactly. If someone reads the book on Kindle Unlimited, it's a whole different thing. I would imagine Jungle Scout is not as good at properly tracking books on Kindle Unlimited.
Book. Yeah, it has no way to actually estimate that because that data isn't even available.
Yeah. So this is 50 extra large print word searches. You're telling me you can't go out and make this book? I want to type something into Google here. Word search generator.
We should put out a build assets online word search.
Yeah, we should.
Take action.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
That's not the sneeze at, Mike. It's a good idea. Anyway, word search generate. There's how many you can. There's probably a word search tool you can buy and invest in. In fact, I know there is. I just haven't. Mywordsearch.com. Whoa!
Ooh, look at that.
Anyway, so many ways to make a word search.
Word search is for kids.
Yeah. So, all right, we have one good concept here: the word search. And Mike, I'm seeing this category, word search games, and I'm very drawn to click it. All right, I'm clicking it.
Oh yeah, okay. It was lagging for me.
Okay.
On Google.
Okay, so we've already covered word searches. Here's a variation on it. Bible.
What do they mean by games? Isn't word search already a game? Are they saying it's a different type of thing?
That's what we're gonna find out, and I think we're already seeing some interesting things here. So we have large print word search puzzles. Oh wait, sorry, I spazzed out there for a second. I wanted to point out this word search Bible, the word search Bible puzzle book, which I thought was interesting because it's a word search, but a different spin on it. And by doing that, you're essentially like, this is niche down AF. But I'm
laughing. Wait, go back. Go back to that. What does it even really have to do with? Okay, so yeah, you don't even have to think of things now. You can just pick a particular niche, like Christianity, which I mean it's a religion, it's not a niche, but you're just going into the text and you're picking out words, and you're just putting them into a generator.
Yeah. Oh, Brian says the 57 proven survival foods book was estimating 12. God, I can't say the number. 1,240 sales per month. Hey.
That's good.
Yeah. What did we say it was? I don't know what we said.
What was it ranked? 4,000?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what.
So, if it was ranked 4,000, that's still some Kindle Unlimited stuff going on there. So I would estimate that it's actually doing a little bit less in sales, Brian. But even still, even if it's making half that, even if it's making 600 sales, then how much was the price, Joe? It was over $299, right? Or $299?
Oh, here, I have it open. Look at that. So Kindle Unlimited was $4.99. Paperback,
so
it was $8.99.
50 times 7, they're making $350 on a sale. So even if it's getting 600 sales per month, that's still $2,000 a month just off a book.
I said 20 to 30 per day. So that's not too far off.
I would stick with that.
Yeah, that's not too far off what Brian is saying per month. I don't know if he's looking at the paperback or the Kindle because the sales rank is going to change.
Yeah.
So 4,000 in the Kindle. I don't think the paperback is selling that many units in a month.
Yeah, Tim, the ranking is going to take into account not just page reads, or sorry, not just buys like Jungle Scout or something that's used to calculating. It's going to take into account buys, downloads, and the length of the book. The Amazon algorithm will in determining what it's going to be ranked. So Jungle Scout is definitely going to be off.
Yeah. So this makes me think of a point, Mike. Is like people really like to not pointing you guys out in the comment section, but we're really getting into the nitty gritty details of how much the book is selling per day. And maybe if you're watching out there, you're going back and forth in your head. Oh, is it selling 300 a month or 600 a month? Is it good? Is it bad? And I want to really stress that, like, we don't think that way. What we see is, okay, it's selling. Can we create this quick, easy, and cost effectively? And then we create it, and then we're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Let's keep creating.
We're thinking of it in a systems type way. We're looking at this and saying, okay, this is super easy to make. It's super cheap. You can put it into a system where you can either, if you're by yourself, just make them quickly, or you can outsource it quickly. Yeah. So thinking about 10 to 30 sales per day, that's like a goal, right? And so it's systems versus goals. Who knows? Who knows if it's making 10 sales a day, if it's making 100? The point is that these types of books, they're super, like, the leverage that you have when making a book like this is huge because it'll cost you little to nothing to make it. And so even if it totally underperforms, then over the course of a year or two, you're still going to make a couple $100 just for a very little chunk of your time.
Yeah. So let's get back into some of this stuff. I'm going to open the unicorn coloring book. I don't know how easy it is, but I also want to open this, the Ultimate Mind Games. Let's look for more word puzzle books.
Tim said, true, I can create a new blank composition notebook in a completely new niche in less than 3 minutes, LOL.
Yeah, I've sold, I actually have like a workout journal for sale, and it sells. Doesn't make me a ton of money, but, it's books like that got me the free Peloton. Anyway, Mad Libs, look at that. I remember I used to find Mad Libs so amusing when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Just gonna go through the rest of this word puzzle category. Dot to dot, amazing puzzles. Brain games. Extreme word search. Look at this.
Extreme.
Crossword. The unofficial. See, this is not what I would do. I don't know if this is cool to like go after like a copyrighted thing like Downton Abbey.
Mm.
So it's still selling well.
Probably not. You probably can't do that. But I
Relive
doubt anything would really happen to you. Amazon would probably just take it down after a bit.
relive the drama. The unofficial Downton Abbey word search puzzle book. I like the show Downton Abbey. It's a little nothing really happens on it. Like it's not like a nail biter type thing, but very immersive. It really draws you into the times.
Yeah, I think that's what it's all about.
Have you watched it?
I have not.
Okay. All right. So we got this USA crossword puzzle book. Crossword. It's like the cousin of word search. So what are we thinking about this? 26,000 in books.
Scroll up. Sorry, I missed it.
Okay, sorry. USA crossword puzzle book.
Okay.
100 large print crossword puzzle book for adults.
#1 bestseller in Washington D.C. travel guides.
Wow.
It's probably not saying much. What's the rank?
It was 26,000 in books.
Okay.
So, nothing to sneeze at again. It's a word search, or it's a crossword puzzle. You could see some of the solutions on the back here.
Able. This is so hard for me to see. Adopling. I'm looking at the bottom one. Nailed. Iodine. Greedy.
I have no idea. But anyway, you know there's crossword puzzle generators.
One rating. One review.
One review.
Probably the guy. It's probably the guy who made it.
And it's ranked 26,000. Let's look at the authors. My mom loves crosswords and always has. I got her this, and it's one of her favorites. Just challenging enough. Good.
That's definitely the guy who wrote it.
So, wow, this guy is going big on the crossword puzzles.
Finn.
Finn, come join the elite fleet. 16 pages. He has 16 pages of crossword. Sudoku, Mike. He's chomping your schmitties.
Yeah, he's going in. How many books does he have?
Well, let's see how many per page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like 11 of these per page, and he's got 16 pages of this.
Damn. Brian, can you take your Jungle Scouter and go to this guy's author page and just Jungle Scout this?
Look at this. Look at
See what
this.
his estimated sales are?
Quarantine crossword puzzles.
Some of these have bad reviews.
But it doesn't matter. That's the
I'm
thing.
just laughing at that.
Yeah. But he's
Well,
got
go to one with the 1-star review. I want to see what it's ranked at. We got a 2-star over there, 1 star.
Where? Oh, was it on the second page? You might be a little bit behind. I don't see any.
They're all over.
Oh, here they are. So small. USA. Wait, why does everyone do all of his books have people with masks on now? I'm so confused. He put
Very dystopian. When was this put out? March
Mar-
27th.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gentle brain exercise.
I don't like that.
Not a great rank. 1,000,000.
Million? When did he put it out?
March 27th.
Okay.
So about 2
He's
months
really,
ago.
he's really just throwing it at the wall,
Yeah. Yeah.
hoping something sticks. But yeah, I mean, I would like to take like a Jungle Scout or something and just see what the collective rank is of all of them. Or
Yeah.
See what the estimated sales are.
Kindergarten tracing letters, alphabet handwriting practice workbook. I mean, this is ranked bad. I feel like this guy needs to put a little bit of effort into promoting his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even just some ads or something.
yeah, yeah. Let's see what this USA crossword puzzle book number 23.
He's also not doing anything specialized. He's just doing it. Yeah, like 23. It's all the same. It's all the same title.
Yeah, but I would imagine he wouldn't bother doing like he's been. Look, this was 2019.
Yeah, he wouldn't be doing this if this was not working out for him.
Yeah. So, I mean, so 16 books, or sorry, 16 times 11. Let's do some math here. 16 times 11. So he has 176
80.
books.
Yeah.
So if each book
Quite a
sells,
library.
what's that, Mike?
I said it's quite the library.
Yeah. So if each book sells an average of one a day, he's making over $5,000 a month. And I would venture to guess he's making around that with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So good for him. So,
But you know what? I think again, doing a little bit of advertising, maybe on just one book, could be a good idea because they come over and they do USA crossword puzzle number 1, then they might do 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah.
He's saying, you want me to read it?
No, read it.
He said books on first page are running 300 to 500 sales per month. I don't believe it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. The books category, from what I read.
Each?
Oh, no, I think he means total. Everything on the first page.
Okay, maybe everything together.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's only 300 divided by 11. 3.
Yeah.
3 sales each a day. It's possible.
Yeah. Either way, I think the original point still stands is that he has this systematized, obviously. He's making money. He's been doing this. Let's see when the first book was put out. I'm going to sort by
Yeah.
sort by
This is literally like
publication date.
each book he's saying.
Each book.
I don't believe it, Brian. That is too good to be true. But anyway, even if he's making only a few $1,000 a month with this, maybe he's making a whole lot more, like Brian's saying. This is like the best money to make, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than this, Joe.
I agree. It's just
I wish I can just hit the reset button and just turn back the clock and never have Amazon suspend us or do anything bad to us, and we can just make 1,000 of these stupid books and just sit on the beach and just refresh book report.
yeah. I mean, we could do it now. But
No.
we're not going to. But for those of you listening, this is a perfect way to get your online income rolling. Like, we're seeing it live here.
Yeah.
Buildassetsonline.com/playbook to get our free course on how to build your online portfolio. This is a great way. Once you get the cash flow rolling in from this, say you had $3,000 to $5,000 a month passive rolling in from this, the world is your oyster. Obviously, you don't want to have everything in this, because it's Amazon. But
That's all I'm saying. I wish we could.
yeah.
But
Maybe there
you
is.
know, what's that?
Maybe there is a way to do it with VPNs and things like that.
Yeah. Well, Brian's saying Kindle books might not be as accurate as physical products. This is a physical product, Brian. This is actually ranked in books, not Kindle.
Yeah, all these are books.
These aren't even on Kindle because they're physical.
Yeah.
But you have to physically do it. But he asks, do you guys ever do Amazon PPC for books, or is it not profitable? So it was like I was saying before. It's not that it's not profitable. I know people that do it, but at least for us and like our laid back approach. It's not something that we like to do because, for one, the clicks are expensive. And to me, in my opinion, the CPC on a Kindle book versus the ability to track what's actually going on makes it not worth it. So the problem is it's not going to register Kindle Unlimited downloads, and it's not going to register like back catalog purchases and stuff like that. So for us, in our opinion, it's cheaper to run Facebook ads and just kind of spray and pray that they're downloading, they're reading, they're signing up.
Yeah.
So and that's boosting the algorithm, right? So it's almost even better to just drive bigger amounts of less converting traffic to Amazon, because that will probably boost your rankings more than just like a couple sales a day converting better.
By the way, do you guys enjoy episodes like this? We're thinking about doing more of these to where it's just like we're actually reviewing something rather than like a podcast format. I don't know if we'll actually publish this to the podcast format, but let me know if you guys enjoy it. Just let us know in the chat so we know what to do going forward.
Yeah, or just comment later.
Yeah.
And tell us if this is something you want to see or not. But I did want to get into actually looking at romance books. We don't have to do that in this episode or not, but I think it would give people a better idea of what we do and just give them more insight on the process.
Yeah. Let's look at this Mad Libs one real quick, and then we can take a little bit of a dive into romance books. So what is a Mad Lib? It's basically
a rapper. Oh, he's a producer, actually. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't know that, but it's a pretty simple concept. I don't think I could see inside the book, but if you look at this image, it's basically, so there's a list of like, it says adjective, plural, noun, ending in ing. So you create these guidelines of words, and then you ask, say, Mike, I was going to ask you, Mike, like, so what's an adjective? What's a plural noun? What's a verb ending in ing? What's a part of the body? And then you give me all these words, and then I basically plug it in to like a paragraph or like a sentence, and it's supposed to be funny. And it is pretty funny. It's fun to do.
Yeah, people got nothing to do right now.
Yeah.
So especially, these probably did well during lockdown.
This book is 5,000 in books right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
yeah, nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where you're gonna get done with the book, and if you enjoyed it, you're probably gonna get another book, a Mad Libs book.
Yeah, because it's more of a consumable.
Yeah. Cool. So Dion says, look at some romance books. All right, let's
tempt us with a good time, Dion.
Let's get to the Kindle store, one way or the other. Kindle books. Okay.
You guys may see one of our books on here. Haha.
Yeah. So
I'll never tell you.
So here we are in the romance thing, and
I mean, to be clear, in the course we actually break down like where to go. There's like specific pages that you should go to do niche research.
Yeah.
But we can just look at books and like kind of bounce around and give our thoughts here.
Yeah. Rise of the King by Amelia Finn. I'll let you do the talking here.
So it's a series. So it's a 5-book series right now. And
5 out of 8.
Oh, is it? Okay. So well, let's see what this is ranked. 5,000. I wish you had like that plugin that would tell you the ranks of things, just from I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but in any event, yeah. So it's a military book, but what's cool is that this is book 5 out of an 8-book series. It may not even be done yet, and it's 5,000. So if we look at the other books in the series. So maybe let's look at
the Checkmate series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll open. Oh, I know which plugin you're talking about. With the where it shows you the rank, like it would show
Yeah,
it right here.
yeah, yeah.
I'll get that for the next one. But I'm just gonna open up all these.
So a lot of times what people do is they'll drive traffic to say the newest book to boost up the rank, and in hopes they hope people will come back and read the back catalog. And like what we do, we will jump to doing the box set a bit sooner than this, just because that's just how we like to play it. But there are people that, if they're doing well, they'll just keep adding to the series, adding to the series, adding to the series, and I mean, what happens is just things just swell up. Things, can grow a lot. So what number is this, Joe?
So I just opened them all. This is 8,000. This other one is
No, what
6,000.
what number in the series is this?
Oh, this is 8 out of 8.
Okay, so book 8 actually is ranked worse than book 5, even
Yeah,
though it's newer.
yeah.
Um,
These are all under 10,000. Most of them are under 6,000. This one's
so that's
12,000.
incredible. So this person is making a lot of money, making millions and millions of dollars,
But the thing,
and
compare
it's five.
this. Uh,
Hmm?
I'm saying that like the thing that's great about this is that like the max customer value of this author's readership is very very high because they're reading all these books in the series. This author is getting all these Kindle Unlimited page reads.
Hmm.
It's not like a one and done thing.
Yeah, and I'm a bit surprised to see. So that cover that you go up, this cover just has a woman on it. Oh yeah, I don't know which
I
one it
see
was.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There we
So I
go.
guess it's like they're switching back and forth maybe on perspective. Sometimes they'll do that. Sometimes you have books where it's like each chapter is a first person's perspective and it like switches. We don't recommend doing that. That's a bit more advanced. You need to have a better writer, but that might be what they're doing. And in any event, this person's books have really good ratings, 168 reviews, 5 stars. So this is honestly a bit of a step up from what we do. And it's not that you can't do this by learning what we do. It's that we actually take like a more lazy approach to it. We'll probably this person is shooting for. They're probably spending a lot on these books. How many pages? 250 pages. So I'd have to estimate that's over 60,000 words. They probably have a really good writer. They're getting long books, and they're probably spending thousands on each book. So I can assume they know what they're doing in order to be investing this much, and they're getting a good return out of it. We do, a bit of a lower investment. The books may not be as 10 out of 10 quality. Maybe it's more 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and then we kind of just let it rock. We have a strict format. 4 books equals a series,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there's different ways to do it. But it just comes down to understanding the market and understanding what people like. And so this person is clearly, they have the content side of it down. I'm sure they have the description side of it down for their books to be ranked as good as they are. And I'm sure they have a good list or something going to really keep this series alive. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, reading the description, it's pretty
I'm not
compelling.
too impressed with the covers though, Joe. I think the covers could be better.
You think so? I mean, I know you have your opinions on the covers, but I will. Let
I
me
mean,
ask you, what would you do differently? I feel like these definitely
I don't
have.
know. Rook. uh, I'm just saying. To me, it looks like no. They've this isn't like a $5 cover, and I say that because they've clearly blended the lighting on the actor and the background. But still, to me, the actor and the background don't look very like cohesive.
Yeah.
And that's yeah, like the background I think is could be better. That's my opinion, which is really not worth a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I think is good about these covers is that, compared to what we do, I do feel that these covers are more cohesive. Like you can definitely tell that when you look at it, it's got the chess pieces, the font is all the same. Um, you can, it's definitely apparent right away that it's all part of the same series, which I think is,
we do that as well, though.
yeah, but I think we do it, but this is more obvious to me. When I see this, it strikes me more.
Yeah, just to me though, the back like the integration between the actor and the background could be better. Like the fonts could be a little bit
Yeah,
better, but it's good enough. It is good enough.
yeah.
I would say their covers are not A plus. They don't need to be A plus. We've had books take off that had the Fiverr watermark on them still. You know? So, but I think also what makes a difference is that I haven't seen these actors before or actresses, and a lot of times it comes down to not using the same generic stock photo person that everyone else is using.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, the more I look at these, the more I like them. And I know you said we do this, how it's, we each cover we do does have a similar feel, but something about, like you said, the actors and the chess pieces, how it's all the same in every cover. To me, it's almost like a podcast intro. Like if you have a podcast that you like, and like the intro hits and then the outro hits,
yeah,
it's got that anticipation factor going for it.
yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely something I would highly recommend. That we definitely talk about that in the course is having your covers be cohesive.
Yeah.
So that way they stand out. People get I don't know what the word is, but they'll recognize that's your cover for that series. They already have a good association with a book from that series with a similar cover, and so I think they're more naturally inclined to buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think they just did a great job of that for an 8-book series. But,
yeah,
again, it's all subjective.
yeah. So Brian says, when you put out a book in the beginning, how many months out would you estimate the break-even point? Well, it depends. We put out 2 books at once recently, Brian. So one of them was actually not on Kindle Unlimited, and then it made its money back already. So it hasn't even been a month. So that in that book's case, it was 3 weeks. But the other book we put out that was on Kindle Unlimited, it still has not made its money back. It probably will, in a few months. So it depends, especially when you're newer. The break-even point is going to be longer, but it changes as you have more books because once you have a bigger list and you have a bigger back catalog, you put out a new book, you're going to make money on that book, but it's also going to boost the earnings of your other books. So at some point, you're going to be making, more like 1 week of earnings will cover your month of expenses. And so that's kind of how it snowballs together, is that you're just consistently putting out the content, your expenses are staying flat, but your earnings keep going up and up and up and up. And so that you're paying for that month's expenses in just a couple of days, or even, sometimes, yeah, for us, it's like, 2 days, 1 day. And that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
Tim says, I thought we were talking the easy way here. LOL. We did. Talked about it. I think we looked at a few good examples. If you have any other ideas you want us to look at, we can do that. But I figured we would dip into romance just to kind of talk about that a little bit too. And Alex Forest. I definitely said that wrong. Hi guys, love from Switzerland. Am I too late? Well, you can certainly go back and we're wrapping it up now, but
Yeah.
you can work to the top or wait until we wrap this one up. So
Yeah. So, we're at the hour mark, so we can start to wrap it up. If you guys want to learn more about making money with Kindle Publishing, go to buildassetsonline.com/Kindle. That's our course. It requires a little bit of investment, because we teach you to put out these romance books. But if that's something that you're open to, definitely a great way to get a really passive and solid online income stream going. So yeah, buildassetsonline.com/Kindle. There it is.
Absolutely. Don't forget our course for high ticket drop shipping, our e-commerce course, Instant E-commerce Asset, is on sale to the end of the month. Use coupon code SourCherry. It's buildassetsonline.com/asset.
Yep, that's
With
right.